In this class, we are going to see the energy stored in a capacitor. Energy stored in a capacitor. Here we are going to derive an expression for the energy stored in a capacitor and the energy density. For that we need certain equations already which you are familiar with. Capacitance C equal to charge by potential difference. This has been proved to be equal to epsilon naught A by D. The electrical work done, W equal to potential difference into charge moved. And in mathematics, we know the integral of x power n dx equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. That is, add 1 to the power, the same function, add 1 to the power and divided by the new power. Then apply the limits. Consider a capacitor which is connected to the terminals of a battery. Potential difference developed by the battery is V. When you connect a battery to the capacitor, we are not giving charge to the capacitor. Instead, we are transferring charges from one plate to another plate. By the negative terminal, negative charges will be given to the right side plate. At the same time, one negative charge will be removed from the left plate and this becomes positively charged. When you move another electron, negative charge, to the right plate, you have to move it against the repulsive force of the first electron. Like this, when you transfer charge, you have to do some external work. This work done is stored in the capacitor as energy. So to calculate the energy, it is enough that if you calculate the work done in moving a charge of plus q coulomb from one plate to another plate. Further, we consider initially the charge on any one plate is plus q and the charge on the other plate will be exactly minus q. Let us give an additional charge of dq, negative charge dq, to the right plate. The small work done will be dw equal to work done equal to potential difference. Small work done dw is potential difference into the small charge given dq. What is the total work done in moving a charge of minus q from this plate to this plate from zero charge? So the total work done W will be, it is done by integral dW equal to integral V dq. Here the variable is q, which varies from 0 to q, lower limit and upper limit. So this is a definite integral. Now from this equation already we know C equal to Q by V. Let us substitute for V. So taking V to this side and C to this side, V becomes equal to Q by C, substitute this value. So W equal to integral 0 to Q by C into dq. By using this integral formula, the integration value is, already there is power 1 here. So after integral this becomes, say C is a constant, C does not vary, only Q is variable, so C may be taken outside, so 1 by C into Q power, already there is 1, so Q power becomes 1 plus 1, 2, divided by the new power 2 with the limits 0 to Q. After applying the limits, lower limit being 0, upper limit being Q itself, so the total work done, which is equal to the energy stored in the capacitor U, becomes equal to Q square by 2C. This is one equation. Energy stored equal to Q square by 2C. Once again, substitute the value of Q equal to CV from here. Energy stored also becomes equal to 1 by 2 into Q square. Q equal to CV from here. So squaring C square V square by, you have 1C. Cancelling 1C, the energy stored may also be written as 1 by 2 C V square. There are two equations for the energy stored.